vohu. Cosmic things are going to happen. But I believe that there is a higher force in the universe. Talk to that spirit, and it will protect you and guide you, because all wise men have always said that, and it's true. And I want to thank you for your time. In the New Testament, there's a scripture where it has Jesus saying to the Pharisees and Sadducees, "Does not your scripture say that ye are gods?" And if you go back to Psalms, that's what it says. It gives you in the Bible reference works where that comes from. In the Old Testament, there is a scripture in Psalms that says that we are gods, in that the progenitive life force in us has come from another place in the universe. Wherefore we are the offspring of the Elohim. We're the offspring of the gods. So we are, in a manner of speaking, the offspring of gods. And that being the case, that's why it has Jesus saying to the Hebrews, or to the Jews of his day, "Does not your scripture say that ye are gods, that we are gods?" So I'm just saying that when you understand how these words work and what these terms mean, all of a sudden you got a whole different story than what you thought the Bible was saying. It's saying something totally different than what you thought. I asked Zecharia Sitchin about Planet X and if it was Nibiru. I had him on my show, on my radio show. And I said to him, and I made the mistake, because I know Zecharia and I should have known better. But I said to him, "Zecharia, so-and-so, this other gentleman," and I give his name, has written a book about Planet X. And can you tell me anything about that? And Zecharia said to me, "I don't talk about other people's work. You wanted me to be a guest on your show? You talk about Zecharia Sitchin. We're not talking about somebody else." Oh, well, thank you and good morning. But I've talked to him in private, and he was non-committal. But he thought it was interesting that this is a planet which is legitimately there. It's coming from what I guess from the southern hemisphere, coming from the deep south, from like over Antarctica, coming this way. So it's not coming from somewhere we can see it. But if you're down in Peru or in the mountains, you can see it coming from the south. They've already taken pictures of it. So they know it's legitimate. Yes, it is coming this way. Seems to be about twice the size of the Earth. They're referring to it as Planet X. Incidentally, are you aware that Russia has a huge project talking about Planet X all over Russia? There are signboards. I've seen pictures sent to me. Huge billboards with the planet showing it coming toward, and it says in Russian that it's almost here. Get ready. The big signboard showing the Earth, the sun out in the back, and this huge planet coming, and it kind of got a stream like it's moving, and in Russian it's saying it's coming. Get ready. They're talking about a planet that's coming into our vicinity, and what you have to appreciate too is that the planet, if it's twice the size of the Earth and comes into our solar system, David Talbot, I can talk for hours on this subject of the work of David Talbot. The solar system as we know it today is not the same configuration of the solar system that may have existed 10,000 years ago. In other words, Saturn today is just a bright little star. Jupiter is a little bit brighter. Well, it's not a star, it's a planet, but it looks like a bright star. But according to the ancient peoples, they said that the configuration of our solar system was totally different. 10,000 to 12, 20,000 years, maybe 25,000 years ago was totally different. Saturn was much closer. Mars was much closer. Different planets were further away. It was a different configuration. So at night you would walk out and see this huge, enormous planet with rings around it. That's how close Saturn was to us. And if you take a round circle around Saturn and turn it just at a right angle, it looks like an eye. The eye inside the circle, but the circle is now oblong because you turn the angle, and now it looks like an eye looking at you. Mars, we're told, according to the theory that is now being worked out, that Mars could very well have come through and caused some kind of an electrical frequency going between us and Saturn. You've seen the pictures of Mars where it has those jagged cuts in Mars. It looks like deep canyons on Mars. They're very heavily cut, and they look like electrical shock waves going out from it. Many people have thought that that was like water, rivers and whatever. No, not at all. There are huge, enormous canyons which go for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles on Mars, far, far deeper, far, far bigger. And they say, well, those were great canyons of water at one time. No, we now know what they are. It has been replicated on the scientific experiment, and they now know that those cuts on Mars were electrical discharges from Mars to another planet. It's like out here on these power poles. If you get two of those power poles lines too close together, they have to be a certain amount apart. If you get them too close together, the static electricity coming through on the outside will arc. They'll jump. When it does, you've got problems. If you get two powerful lines, I mean really very powerful lines, and get them too close, they'll jump, and boy, when they do, now you got an explosion. We now know that the Earth, as the Earth rotates, it generates electricity because it's rotating inside of its own atmosphere, which is causing friction, which gives us our electrical storms, tornadoes. It's because the Earth is rotating like a generator, generating electricity, and that electricity is grounded. It goes back into the ground, which goes down and heats up the lava, keeping it hot and bubbling. And so consequently, if another planet comes close to us, the electrical frequency, our electrical, biological and electrical frequency on this Earth would jump and hit the other planet. And so they're now able to see that that's what happened to Mars. Mars must have moved too close to another planet thousands of years ago, and it jumped. The spark jumped off of Mars and shot across and hit another planet. And that's why in that whole orbit that Mars is in are many, many asteroids and many, many meteors or whatever. It's because there was an electrical discharge that you wouldn't believe coming off of the surface of Mars that jumped out and hit another planet because it came too close. It's called the Companion Bible. It's my favorite one because it's got all kinds of interesting footnotes that nobody will touch. Nobody else has it. And it's the King James Bible, but it's called the Companion Bible. And it's put out by Kregel, K-R-E-G-E-L, Kregel Company, Companion Bible. And if you call me at my office, I'll give you the ISBN number and the address of where to get it from. And there are places around town you can get it. Over in Pasadena has a whole set of Kregel's Bibles. They've got all kinds of interesting stuff in who the Hebrew language was actually Phoenician Canaanite, gives you all the reference works. It tells you in their reference works that the entire New Testament is astrotheology based on astrology, and it gives you all of the reference works and all the volumes to research. Then it gives you numerology, Egyptology, tells you the real truth about where things come from. The Ark of the Covenant was borrowed from the Egyptian. It's an Egyptian story. The Ten Commandments, it says in the reference work in that Bible, was taken from the Egyptian concept of the 12 negative confessions, as I said. That Bible is called the Companion Bible, is crammed filled with interesting stuff, end quote, that most people have never even heard. It's just telling you things that nobody else will tell you. So that's the one I would get, the Companion Bible. But give me a call at my office, and then I'll give you the actual ISBN number so you get the exact one. Because King James Bible, it's 818. Anybody can call me 24 hours a day. 818-705-3029. I always try to make